Welcome to Yogea Asana Lab. This series is geared towards providing you with valuable tips for your anatomical and energetic alignment. You will learn how to get in and out of the poses smoothly and integrally. So today's series will feature 3 neutrally rotated poses. We will start with Warrior 1, Warrior 3, and Twisted Half Moon. So let's start by taking Warrior 1. For Warrior 1, we want to have our hips squared. So the alignment of the heels will be either heel to heel, depending on your anatomical structure, right? Or walking the foot slightly out towards the outside edge of the mat and making sure that when you place your hands into your glutes, into your hip flexors, you can square the hips. So let's start from here. Right foot firmly planting, lifting the arch. The left foot is slightly pressing through its outside edge and then lifting through the arch. Once we're here, we're going to bring the hands into the hip flexors. Now, drop the tailbone down and notice how there is a spiral that runs from your tailbone. It wraps around the left side of your hip. It moves into the right side. It wraps around the left side of the intercostal. So it's squaring everything. It moves through the right shoulder. It wraps through the neck. And then it pulls you up. So this allows you to really center yourself into Warrior 1, which is a very tricky pose. Once we're here, we're going to start bending the knee, but at the same time, the right hip is going to reach back and the left hip is going to reach front. Now, as you do that, pay attention to the back leg. Make sure that it's not collapsing, but it's lifting and engaging. So you're having the adductors, the inner thigh muscles, moving up and in, and the abductors, the outer thigh muscles, moving up and back. So feel that for yourselves. Keep on bending the knee. We want to have the knee over the ankle, always in these neutrally rotated postures. Great. Now come to the belly. Soften the belly in. And notice how this brings your ribs in. So they're not poking out, but they're coming in. And this instantaneously lifts your left leg slightly up, and you feel the energetic line moving through the outside edge into the floor. Once we're here, we're going to raise the arms, shoulders away from the wrists, and lift up. Good. Soften the front ribs. Bend the front knee. Press through the outside edge of the back foot. Keep on bringing your right hip back and your left hip front. And finally, reach your gaze up. Keep on bending the front knee, engaging through the back leg. Reach up, soften the front ribs. Inhale and lengthen. As you exhale, drop the tailbone down, soften the front ribs, widen across the collarbone. One more breath. Inhale. Keep on reaching. And as you exhale, straighten the knee. Good. Bring your chin so it's parallel to the floor. Reach the arms through the sides. Bend your front knee. Shift your weight into your right foot. Let's take the hands into our sacrum and flex the back leg. We're going to move into Warrior 3. Virabhadrasana 3. It's a neutrally rotated pose. So we don't want to open the thigh joint. We want to keep it nice and neutral. Good. Once you're there, interlace your fingers at the small of the back. Keep on tipping forward as you flex the back foot and you reach through the crown of your head. Feel the oppositional pull. Feel you're sandwiching the inner thighs. They're moving into the center. Good. And from here, we naturally transition into twisted half moon by dropping the left hand into the floor in this case because we have the right foot planted. Make sure the shoulder tracks over the wrist. Now with your right hand, lift the left leg. Lift it. Place your right hand on your sacrum. Flex your left foot. Engage through the right leg. Keep the neutrality of the pelvis as you sandwich the inner thighs together. And you keep on lifting through the left leg and the thigh. Start to open your right arm. Shoulders away from the ears. Lift the back leg. Flex the heel. Inhale and lengthen forward. Exhale and twist. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. One last time. Inhale, expand in all directions. Feel the energy streaming through your cells, through your extremities. And exhale, place your right hand into the floor. Walk your hands to the mat. Step your leg into downward facing dog and neutralize. Pedaling the feet into the mat. Take one vinyasa to release. Inhale, forward plank, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, chaturanga. Hug the midline. Inhale, slide forward. Press the tops of the feet. The legs are parallel. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg to complete the whole series to your left. And as you exhale, step the foot through. Find your warrior one alignment. And the same thing goes on the other side. Once you're done, you're going to bring the hands back into the floor through a lunge. Step back into downward facing dog. And bend your knees. And come into seated hero pose. Inhaling and grounding just to feel the energy that you've generated through these postures. So with this, we have concluded our neutrally rotated postures.